Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Turn your face towards the sun. Let the shadows fall behind.
There we go. Sorry, Facebook videos.
You can do it!
That was a song in honor of the eclipse. Turn away and face the sun, or something like that. Whatever it said.
My eyes! My eyes!
Good morning. It's the KCHW Morning Show. We had a little clip there of a song for you. It is Friday. It is Friday, Scott, and the April 12th. I still can't believe it's almost the middle of April already. Tax day, right around the corner.
Right around the corner. And to help people for tax day, I've compiled tax jokes and a bunch of other tax stuff.
Outstanding.
I have a quiz for you, Chuck.
Oh, you do? Is it about my taxes?
Yes, I'm going to quiz you about your taxes live on the air. It's like a president. We need full disclosure from the station manager.
Full disclosure. That's fair. That's fair. I have nothing to hide. Nothing to hide at all. I'm an open book. I'm transparent.
Right.
You can read right through me.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
But I will not release my taxes.
No. You'll be the first station manager in history not to do that. Actually, that's one of the tax bits is that Trump is the only president who's never disclosed his taxes.
Yeah. And fought quite hard.
A lot of people miss that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. We should start with some weather as we go into the weekend. So excited. It's finally Friday. 64 today. Cloudy skies. 40 for an overnight low. Evening clouds are going to give way to clearing. That makes it a little chilly. That's why you're dropping down to 40. But that'll lead to a mostly sunny Saturday with a high of 71, a low of 45. Jump to Sunday, 76. That's almost 80 degrees.
That is crazy. I keep watching every day. Those numbers go up and up and up.
Yes. Let's see. Monday right now, 63 and 37, partly cloudy. Back to rain by Tuesday, 54, and upper 50s through most of the week. And then it looks like back into next weekend, better weather with I see a 64, a 70, and a 72. But enjoy your weekend. Wow.
Yeah, 76. That's almost too much. That's almost too hot. I'm not going to complain.
I bet you people are already planting probably there or close to it. And I've looked at our extended forecast here in Maine, and there are no more freezing temperatures. I still have 2 piles of snow, like on the backside of buildings, couple clumps. But I'm going to go ahead and plant flowers so they come up early.
Ooh, I have flowers that have been in full bloom for weeks already. That I have some flowers that have already bloomed and are now going away.
Oh,
so you walk, especially the daffodils. You drive around town. I didn't realize daffodils came out so early, but this year they've come out in force, and they've been out for a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at, I forgot to open it, so bear with me, breakfast and lunch for the kids today, and then maybe you can run down the weekend, Chuck, and what we're going to have, what's going on for the weekend.
Yeah.
Let's see, for Friday this morning, a variety of sliced bread.
Ooh.
yummy yogurts, fresh fruit, fruit juice, and your choice of milk. And then for lunchtime fun, it'll be a lot better because it's Friday. You've got your choice of a hamburger, a hot dog, French fries, fresh veggies, fresh fruit pudding, and your milk choice. All right. What's going on this weekend around town, Chuck? What can we do for fun? I know there's a lot of stuff Saturday.
There's a bunch of stuff going on. I mean, right now, super fun. The Chamber of Commerce meeting is going on over at the casino. There's adult pickleball today. You know, the pickleball back up at the golf course now.
Oh, really?
They're not in the old middle school anymore. They are up at the golf course playing outside for the summer now. So that's kind of exciting. Then tomorrow at 8 a.m. is the citywide cleanup. That goes from 8 to noon. And that's a big one. There's rollout dumpsters to bring your stuff in. There's a whole list of things. Let me pull up the list real quick while we're doing that. We'll get back to that. And the Gold Hill Trail Work Party that is up by the new hiking trails up by the golf course. Yeah. That is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they're doing multiple work sessions this year, getting the trail cleaned up and getting it nice and doing some work. And it's a nice trail up there. I'm sure you've never been up there.
I haven't.
But yeah, no, it's really great. There's biking, you can hike. It's a community project. Pretty good stuff up there. And then the annual Creative District meeting is from 11 to 2 p.m. at the Aaron Huff Memorial Center. We'll be doing a recap of our year, what we have coming up, or what the Creative District has coming up, and getting some community input on what the community would like to see the Creative District doing.
Okay.
So that's exciting. And then let's see here. I have the citywide cleanup open. Again, that is from 8 to noon. Tomorrow, you can bring your appliances, tires, scrap metal, mattresses, car batteries, latex, paint, furniture. They say do not bring household garbage, liquids, glass, plastics, electronics, solvents, or motor oil. You can bring your motor oil to the Napa behind there. They have an area to dispose of that for you. And again, speaking of Napa, this is meeting in the Napa parking lot for the beginning.
And that's for the ones going around the town. But you're saying the city is picking? Is the city doing pickups, or do you got to take that stuff to their local transfer station down at the?
No, the city will have multiple rollout dumpsters.
Okay, I get it. And you can bring. Wow, that is very cool.
Yeah.
What a way to help clean up and I know here they don't have anything like that. I have to hide it behind the house, make it run to the dump. So that'll be nice.
Well, I know I have to get up early and load the Prius with a bunch of stuff from around my house. And I wish
strap it to the top.
I wish I had my truck with my trailer going still, but I've got some stuff to bring. And yeah, I think I can't remember the number. It's not on the poster, but they said they have multiple of those big 20-foot rollout dumpsters.
Wow.
Available for not just the citywide cleanup, but for people to bring their own stuff in. Hold on. Pardon me.
Cool. All right. Okay.
No, last night when I was having dinner at a friend's house, and I got a big piece of pepper stuck in the back of my throat, and I just haven't been able to. I think it might still be there.
Oh, really?
Don't you love that?
Did you try gargling?
I've gargled my coffee this morning. Does that count?
Yeah. Maybe you burned yourself back there or something. Was it a really hot pepper?
No, it was just like a big chunk of black pepper.
Huh?
It was in a salad, and it just kind of stuck there all night, and I couldn't get rid of it. So, pardon me if I'm coughing throughout the show, because I still have some pepper in the back of my throat, I think.
Okay.
Or something from it. So yeah, anyway, there's a free barbecue for everybody. 8 to noon. Volunteers needed. Wow. They need lots of people. Everybody meet at the Napa parking lot at 8 a.m. to clean up the city.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. It looks so good afterwards too. And I know sometimes people are getting out there and painting curbs and stuff like that.
Yeah. They're going to be. Yeah. There's paint, curb painting, all that kind of stuff. And then Sunday is the Blues and Brews Jam, hosted by our very own Doug McQuain and family at Fired Up Pizza at 4 p.m.
Years ago, I used to manage a mobile home park, and the maintenance man wanted to repaint the curbs and make them look nice, and he used enamel paint, which is really slick. Mm-hmm. And we realized it the first day after he had painted them when 3 people fell at the mail center, stepping on the curb and just going right down.
Wow. I bet
you say lawsuit, Chuck.
Lawsuit. Yeah. I bet it looked amazing.
Yeah, it looked amazing. It was just a little slick, even in the summer. Ouch. All right. A few news headlines. Should we do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. First up, some scary news.
Uh-oh.
We've got one about medications across the country in short supply, especially things like Adderall, which is kind of scary for people that need their meds, but kind of a warning going out to the federal government that we're low on medications. They say we haven't been this low since 2014, which I thought they'd have been thrown out a COVID date. So. Also, measles has been considered eliminated in the U.S. since 2000, but a new report from the CDC warns that a spike in cases this year poses a renewed threat to measles. Behind the warning, nearly one-third of all measles cases since 2020 occurred this year, with 83% of those being in adults and kids who were unvaccinated or whose vaccination status was unknown.
Right.
And there's been a lot of talk about that. All the anti-vax stuff that happened through COVID has affected other vaccines that are time tested, and it's causing a resurgence in a lot of things that we haven't had problems with before or for years.
Wow. For generations.
Right. For generations.
Yeah.
Rates of disease are still low for now, but the CDC is urging people to get themselves and their children vaccinated. Johnson and Trump met. House Speaker Mike Johnson and Donald Trump have scheduled a press conference to support legislation that prevents non-citizens from voting, which, by the way, in case they don't know, it's already illegal.
They can't do it.
Talk about wasting time. What else did you guys talk about? 2 + 2?
Well, the same thing that, you hear a lot of talk about them collecting, healthcare and welfare benefits. They can't do that either.
I wonder if they're going to, if someone include them into that it's already illegal, and maybe they'll cancel their press conference.
Maybe.
Find something different to talk about.
Right.
U.S. Embassy staff in Israel has been restricted from some travel after Iran vowed retaliation for what it says was an Israeli airstrike on its consulate in Syria that killed 13 people. And then another story popped up right before the show that says the State Department has warned Israel Iran will be attacking them in 24 to 48 hours. So apparently spies busy at work and got some information or something. So scary.
Wow.
All right. O.J. Simpson, if you didn't hear yesterday, if a football Hall of Famer was found not guilty in 94, one of the most famous murder trials in U.S. history, died of cancer at 76. And all of his former football team members are not saying a word.
Wow. So, did you hear about his funeral procession plans?
No.
He's going to be in a white Bronco followed by a plethora of police cars. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm
Too
sorry.
soon, Chuck.
I'm sorry.
Too soon.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I apologize. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate.
It's okay. Bridgerton, I'm thinking nobody's going to care just because
I don't think so.
Bridget, you're not the first person to make an OJ joke, so just saying.
No.
If you're a fan of that Netflix show that was huge, Bridgerton season 3 is about to come out.
Wow.
Tom Brady says he's not opposed to returning to the NFL after he retired in 2023. He compared his situation to when Michael Jordan returned from retirement to play for the Wizards. Okay.
The who?
That didn't go out very well for him either.
It didn't. Yeah. Hey, Tom, just enjoy your retirement.
Take a break.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. You did good, Tom. Go home.
Job. All right. Happening today, Franklin, the limited series starring Michael Douglas as Benjamin Franklin, is appearing on Apple TV+. Mm-hmm. A film that shouldn't have been made just because of the contentious period we're living in right now. Civil War, led by Kirsten Dunst and Wagner Moura, is in theaters this weekend. It looks extremely violent. And it's basically kind of based on what's going on now in our country. And, of course, the authoritarian requests from Donald Trump for people to get angry and take action. And we saw on January 6th how that goes. Mm-hmm. I think this movie was a horrible idea. And I think it adds fuel to a fire and that it shouldn't have been made. And I don't think people should go see it, but they probably will.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. In basketball, it gives too many ideas to people that are on the edge of doing something horrible.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that seem to want that. It's kind of scary.
And that's scary. That's scary. Well, and we see it right now, even within our own families, where opposing political views cause problems and loss of cohesion in the family and stuff. So we don't need to add fuel to that fire.
Well, hopefully people will, when it comes closer to something like that, they'll come to reason and not.
Yeah, didn't work out so well the last time either.
Right.
All right. And basketball, Sixers play high-stakes game against the Magic at 7 p.m. Eastern on NBC Sports. Baseball, Dodgers hope to keep their winning streak alive when they play the Padres at 10:10 p.m. Eastern on Fubo. I didn't even know there was a sports network called Fubo. All right. A few other news headlines. U.S. general warns time's running out for Ukraine without more U.S. Aid. That they're out of bullets and artillery shells and things like that.
Wow.
This will make some people happy, but in the big picture, it doesn't matter. A Washington rule because of the date of the Democratic Committee's what do they call annual convention?
Mm-hmm.
Because of that date, it looks like Joe Biden could be left off the Washington ballot in November for president.
Wow.
I don't know how they let this stuff happen. They're not crossing their T's and dotting their I's. Maybe they're actually dotting their T's and crossing their I's.
Maybe that's kind of
Yeah.
that might be the situation here.
Yeah. Says Washington State has just joined Ohio and Alabama in signifying through election officials that President Joe Biden could be left off their general election ballots due to conflicts between the dates of the Democratic National Committee's nominating convention and state ballot deadlines. The Evergreen State, though, appears to have already proposed a way for the Democrat to remain eligible. On Thursday, directors of the elections at the Office of Washington's Secretary of State sent a letter obtained by ABC News to the DNC chair, Jamie Harrison, warning that the deadline for ballot certification under state law falls on August 20th, the day after the DNC convenes in Chicago to nominate their presidential and vice presidential selections. This is a huge oversight on the Democratic Party's part. Stuart Holmes, director of elections under Democratic Secretary Steve Hobbs, signaled that their office would make an exception for the party if they submit a provisional certification of nomination no later than August 20th. But, as we know here in Washington, by the time our polls close, they already know.
Right.
I mean, we really carry no, you can make a difference, it seems, in state, legislation and local legislation. Mm-hmm. But as far as who becomes president, we're not really involved in that as a state. And I think that's wrong.
Well, it does matter in the, for the electoral college, for the, oh my gosh, I can't
in
remember.
History, though, Washington State has never decided a presidential election.
No.
It could be possible. I don't know. I have to talk to somebody smarter than me, but it doesn't look like it.
But those final numbers tally up, as part of the
Sure,
the actual election. So
they get counted, but it hasn't ever mattered, which is kind of sad.
Right.
The way they do things, anyways. All right, I can skip those stories. New movie coming out next week. People have literally run out of the theater during the showing. It's called Sasquatch Sunset. And it is so relentlessly gross, according to people, that they're walking out of the screenings. However, star Jesse Eisenberg says the film was a labor of love. What it is it's about Sasquatches. There's literally the only speaking in the movie is grunting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are people walking out because it's bad or because it's scary?
You're going to find out.
Okay.
I mean, just reading it makes me not want to go see it. Early screenings of the movie Sasquatch Sunset made headlines for sending dozens of theatergoers fleeing from the exit during scenes with graphic depictions of every possible bodily function. Those scenes are relentless, they say, throughout its 90-minute runtime.
Wow.
Jesse Eisenberg told Yahoo Entertainment he's been more focused on the responses he's gotten from most viewers, that the film is a life-changing visual experience.
All right. You know what? I'm in.
First time I ever threw up at a movie theater.
I'm in.
He added, whenever you make something unusual, it's going to turn people off. There's so many movies made for people who like typical things. This isn't it.
If you like movies, this isn't for you. Wow.
Let's see. Sasquatch Sunset is Jesse Eisenberg along with Riley Keough, and they both produced it. Christoph Zakdenik and Nathan Zellner. Also directed by David Zellner. All right.
Wow.
There you go. Sunset.
I've got a news headline here I saw this morning in my news feed. It comes from Tennessee. So Tennessee lawmakers have sent a bill to ban first cousin marriages in the state of Tennessee. That is, yep. that is headed to the governor's desk as we speak, and it would be. So far, the legislature has overwhelmingly voted to pass the bill that has now been sent to Governor Bill Lee for a signature.
Wow. Wow.
And to
All
quote
right,
Tennesseans,
let's go to.
what?
I got a live comment from Tennessee right here.
You can have whatever kind of time you like. I am going to sit here and boo. Boo! Boo!
All right, thanks for that, Chuck.
You
Good news.
you are welcome. You're welcome.
Wow. All right, you heard about that?
No word on whether current marriages will be grandfathered into the law or overturned.
Disappointed!
All right, you heard about the guy in New York City going around punching women?
No, I haven't.
No. So it's been a big thing. He has punched 2 like TikTok influencers who have been covering this like crazy, and now that he's out on the streets again, they're hunting him. So he got arrested for this, for randomly punching women on the street. And 2 weeks later, he's back on the streets. And they've got film on him, one of these TikTokers. She goes by Produce Her, where it's the word produce without an E and then H-E-R, Produce Her. And she's got film of him walking up and down the streets in downtown New York, mumbling to himself and demanding that the local law enforcement do something about this gentleman because he's obviously out stalking women again. And now it's like that airplane thing, where they can track airplanes and stuff. They've got several TikTokers tracking this guy around New York, saying, okay, he's on Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn. Okay, he's over this place. His name is Skiboki Stora, who has ran for governor before.
Wow.
Tried to, I guess. Yeah.
What's scary is people that do this kind of stuff. They have a tendency to escalate in their violence. I'm just saying, So maybe having them out on the street's not the best idea.
And they're obviously maybe not even watching him or keeping track on him. And I think it's something they probably should do. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, something's not right here. And he's out wandering the streets, muttering to himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he needs some help. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Some sci-fi news. U.S. Space Force announced Thursday. It still doesn't seem real that we have another branch of the military called Space Force.
Space Force.
It announced Thursday it's partnering with 2 companies, Rocket Lab and True Anomaly, for a first-of-its-kind mission to demonstrate how the military might counter on-orbit aggression. They put that in quotes. So orbit, maybe like, targeting our satellites and stuff. On the mission, a spacecraft built and launched by Rocket Lab will chase down another satellite made by True Anomaly. The vendors will exercise a realistic threat response scenario in an on-orbit space domain awareness demonstration called Victus Haze. Space Force's Space Systems announced it yesterday. The threat scenario could involve a satellite performing maneuvers that approach a U.S. craft or a satellite doing something unusual or unexpected. In such a scenario, Space Force wants to have the capability to respond either to deter an adversary from taking action or to defend a U.S. satellite from attack. Now, their X-19 spacecraft that looks like a space shuttle that they kept hidden for 2 years while it was circling in orbit is the first spacecraft we've came up with that can change orbit at will.
Wow.
So it can literally fly around, choose different orbits, go to different places, where usually you have to launch something up there and put it in orbit, or it goes into an orbit and it stays there. So we've already got some very sci-fi stuff going on.
Wow.
Cool.
And that was the X-19?
Yes, I think it's called X-19. You can look it up online. It's I think it's X-19. But yeah, it looks like a space shuttle with no windows. And they had it circling before they announced that they even had it. It had been circling the Earth for 2 years. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You haven't seen it, right? It looks just exactly like your typical spaceship with the space shuttle with no windows. Yeah. Huh.
All right. Just days after an earthquake, a fireball lit up New Jersey this morning from an asteroid. So people got a big old light show.
Wow.
Most New Jerseyans that don't read the news think it's the end of the world. All right. That is news headlines today, which takes us on to Bits and Breaks. And Chuck Ritchie has the first joke.
I've got a quick joke for you, Scott.
Yeah.
A guy in the living room hears a knock on his front door. He opens the door, and there's a snail on the porch. He picks up the snail and throws it as far as he can. A year later, there's a knock on the front door. The guy opens the door and sees the snail. The snail says, "What the heck was that all about?"
It sounds like me walking to the store.
A year later.
Yeah. All right. We've got a lot of tax stuff today, but our first is tax advice from Jay Leno. His quote, worried about an IRS audit? Avoid what's called a red flag. That's something the IRS always look for. For example, say you have some money left in your bank account after paying taxes. That's a red flag.
We better take this from you right there. I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask you to hand that over. Yeah.
We weren't expecting you to have any money left. All right. Now, this next one is, it's the biggest ever. That's the biggest ever we did. It's the mega version of Things You Didn't Know Yesterday with Chuck Ritchie.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
You all, everybody out there listening has entered my presence. Okay, here we go. Americans consume 350 slices of pizza every second. That's a lot of pizza. I don't think I could have that. I don't think I can handle that. Alaska is the most northern, western, and eastern state. A few of its islands cross into the eastern hemisphere. Okay. There you go. January 2023 in Ireland, January 2023, Ireland, Norway, and Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates have the highest internet penetration rates in the world, with 99% of their populations using the internet. Okay.
So even old people.
Right. 99%. Wow. And that's a lot of, yeah. Wow. Hey, this one, I don't know. I'm going to pass on it. Restaurant in North Carolina once offered a tarantula burger. Tarantula.
This is a tasty burger.
Yeah. I'd say I'll try anything once, but I don't know.
Do they dehair it first?
I would hope so. Those seem like they might get caught in your throat and make you cough like I've been doing this morning.
Would you like the unshaved tarantula burger or the shaved tarantula burger?
I like mine with extra fur. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I like the way it feels in my teeth. Human thigh bone stronger than concrete.
Let's test that theory with you, Chuck.
Yeah, here we go. Ow! No, not true. I gotta go. 37% of American adults have never moved away from their original hometown, and 57% have never lived outside the state in which they were born.
Wow.
I wonder what those rates are for Chihuahua.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd like to know the percentage that have never left the county.
Right? There's the bigger cities like New York, there's people that have never left their neighborhood.
Wow, don't even have a car.
Yeah. They've been in the same neighborhood their whole life.
Wow.
37. Oh, I already read that. There are about 1 trillion bacteria on each of your feet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the most dangerous place to get a cut.
Right.
You can lose your whole foot. I had one time I had a really bad case of gout and it wouldn't go away, and I asked them if they could give me a shot of cortisone in my big toe. Mm-hmm. And they said, "Yeah, you don't want a puncture wound on your big toe." He says, "You get infected, gout will be the least of your problems." Wow. It's like, oh, okay, skip it then.
So throwing back to yesterday, reason 1,938,568 to not chew your own toenails. Yeah,
that was one of the grossest stats ever.
Yeah, what was it? 15% of people chew their own. That's insane.
Who would admit to that?
That is I can't believe that for a second. I can't believe there's 15% of the population that are even able to do it, even if they wanted to.
I wonder if we went to YouTube, if we could see videos of it.
You can. I'm not going to.
Well, I was going to show it online right now. No,
there are things I don't want to see, and that is one of them, Scott.
That's one of them. I agree.
23% of American adults, 38% of Canadian adults, and 57% of British adults say they are amazing.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Wow. Okay. The brain chemicals that create romantic bliss fade in about 18 months.
Ain't it the truth?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'd like to find out if I could have a relationship that lasts longer than a year.
Oh, Scott. Do you need a hug, Scott?
Yeah, several of them. I need to catch up. I prefer it wasn't you, though, Chuck.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
So we learned that Tennessee is about to pass a law banning marriage with first cousins. Kentucky citizens have a law that they have to bathe at least once a year, mandatory, whether they need it or not. Yep.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Sorry.
Franklin D. Roosevelt wore dresses until he was 5 years old. Then he was clad in kilts. Scott, it's not a skirt. It's a kilt, Scott.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little too breezy for me.
I like a good kilt. What can I say?
Okay.
Yep. You can actually have it. Oh, this next one's scary because I have a tendency of doing this way too hard. You can have a stroke if you blow your nose too hard. My wife
So
is.
I've
My
had
wife
a thing
is.
since my. I've had a thing since my eye surgery. So I got a synthetic lens, and every time I blow my nose, for 15 seconds, I can see the edge of the lens like it inflated my eyeball. So it's freaking me out.
Wow. The other day, I told you about it. I had a massive allergy attack the other day, and I was blowing my nose, and I swear I had Jello in my ears. That was the same sensation. Not that I can tell you any time I've had Jello in my ears, but you can imagine. Maybe I have.
We got check-ins online this morning. Jerry from Deer Park, thank you,
Hey,
Jerry. And Real Hod checking in this morning. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Real Hod. So yeah, she's Real Hod. We did a movie last weekend for the 50-hour slam with K.S. Brooks and Joe Wazinski and team, and she was part of our film team.
All right.
She did a
That's
wonderful
why
scene.
he didn't want to work Tuesday. I asked him to fill in for Val, and he said, "No, I'm 50 hours slammed."
I did say that a little bit, but I was also, I think from being outside running around town, massive allergy attack. Yeah.
Oh, I bet. I'm glad I'm not there because here comes pine pollen season. In the
Well, you run
Northwest.
around the park wearing a Sasquatch costume. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that was me.
Oh, oops. Cat Brooks. Cat Brooks did it.
I did make an appearance on the local news and information page on Facebook. Or I didn't. Sasquatch did. 8 out of, guess what? Can you guess what it was, Scott?
I can't.
Urine.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. I dare you.
No.
I double dare you.
Maybe someone else will take you up on that, but it won't be me.
It's another dare right here.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
I don't know, but Chuck ate a hot pepper yesterday. Says it's in the back of his throat still. I think you should try gargling with that, Chuck. Yep.
You can see me not doing that right along with not watching YouTube videos of people chewing their toenails.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So between the ages of 30 and 70, your nose may lengthen and widen by as much as half an inch.
Oh,
wow. I've always had a little flat, stubby nose, and I was my whole life. I've always wished I had a more elongated nose. So maybe my chance is still here.
Well, you'll get it if you keep that finger up there.
That's true. Yeah, the old joke. You know how you break a kid's finger, punch him in the nose. Yeah.
Well, and that's one of they say it's like your only body part that keeps growing. So yeah, joy.
Yeah.
And sorry, I've seen some older folks with really big noses. Just saying.
Some are impressive.
Yeah.
That's a neat nose, dude.
Wow.
You could fit a car. You could park a Buick in there.
Huh.
Yeah. So President Gerald Ford once got locked out of the White House while walking his dog.
Oh, forgot my card.
Hey, guys. Hello.
Just ignore him. Don't look at the window. Don't look at the window.
Why does that sound like a Gerald Ford thing?
Sounds more like a George Bush Jr.
Right.
thing.
So there are at least 10,000 varieties of tomatoes, from the small marble-sized cherry to the ponderosa, which can weigh over 3 pounds.
Wow. It's a meal for the whole family.
3 pounds, and y'all can keep them all.
We're eating this tonight for dinner, and just this, a giant 3-pound tomato.
Here you go, kids. Eat up. All right.
All right.
That does it.
I've got a quiz for you, Chuck, here next, and it's called Fictional Brands from the Fictional Brands Archive, which actually exists online.
Okay.
So these are brands from movies, and I am going to name a brand, and you're supposed to tell me what movie it came from.
Oh.
And I might be able to give you a hint. First one will start off real easy. The company's named Acme.
Well, that's all the Looney Tunes.
That's all the Looney Tunes.
Yep,
So you got it down now, right?
Yep. And Acme, I Googled this like 2 days ago, and there are many companies named Acme.
Named Acme, there is.
Yeah.
All right. This is from a recent movie. This would be a company that's in the private sector, Alpha Industries.
Alpha Industries. I'm going to need a hint on this one. A recent movie?
Yeah, it starred our recent James Bond actor.
Was it Pierce Brosnan?
No, I said a recent one.
Oh, a recent one. That's
the current James Bond one.
Oh,
he just did a movie on Netflix called.
I watch more TV shows than movies recently.
Okay,
lately.
all right. That's from Knives Out.
Knives Out. Oh, I haven't. That's been on my list to see. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. Have you watched? I guess if I say that, you'll know what movie it is. This comes from a movie with large creatures, Apex Cybernetics.
Oh, is that one of the King Kong movies?
It is
King
Godzilla
Kong
versus Kong.
Yeah, I was
Good
going to
job.
say Godzilla versus Kong. I was going to say King Kong versus Godzilla, but I had it backwards.
All right. This is a political, another easy one. Political group, Atreides.
Atreides. Oh gosh, I know that one. Oh, was that
Sci-fi movie.
That was Dune.
Dune.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're scaring me for. All right. There's been several sequels to this movie. They've had a couple different companies that might come up in this list. Biosyn Genetics.
That Terminator?
No.
Biosyn Genetics. Give me another hint, Scott.
You're in the right kind of genre. This one also includes animals. Reptilians.
Reptilians. And there's multiple movies?
Yes.
Are they aliens?
This one's from the newest sequel. All right, looking for Biosyn Genetics from Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. Oh, that makes sense. Yep.
Because they changed the name of the company that's making the dinosaurs.
Yep.
All right. I want to ask you, do you watch this show? But that would give it away. All right. This one, by and large, it's from a kid's cartoon, and the logo was red with a giant B and an N and an L.
Oh, a giant B with an N and an L.
In the movie, it's set in the future. Everybody's gotten really fat.
Oh, yeah. By and large, that's Wally.
Wally. There you go. All right. Let's see if we can find. Since you watch TV shows, Dharma Initiative.
Oh gosh, I know this one. I mean, I know it's not Dharma and Greg.
It was a sci-fi television show, long-running drama. Dharma Initiative.
It wasn't one of the Star Treks, was it? No.
No. They'd see the logo on all sorts of buildings they'd find in the jungle. Looking for Lost.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch that one. I watched the first season, and it kind of went off the rails.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't say that. That was an awesome show.
Okay.
Wow. All right, Duff Beer.
No, that's The Simpsons. There's a can right there on the shelf.
If you wouldn't have got that one, you'd have been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
All right, this one should be easy too. Dunder Mifflin.
That is The Office.
Fedra, military group. Fedra. Television show on HBO.
Oh, is it the one that has Is it? It's not. It's not the one based on the video game, is it? Oh gosh, the future sci-fi where they're fighting the aliens. Is that it?
No, it's The Last of Us. Fedra. It
Oh,
was
The
a
Last of Us.
military-
Oh, okay, I
yeah.
watched that show and I don't remember that.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yes, I remember that now. Yeah.
This one's easy. Hydra.
Hydra. That's all the Marvel movies. The the Avengers movies. The Avengers,
Yes,
Captain
yes.
America. Yeah.
All right, another kids cartoon. Insuricare.
Insuricare. Is that man, oh man, I'm thinking. No, I don't know.
Whole family was superheroes.
Oh, is that in Incredibles?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's right. Because he worked for the Insuricare company.
All right. This little fish at one time was trapped in the Marine Life Institute.
Is that Finding Nemo?
Finding Dory. I'll give
Finding
it to
Dory.
you.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Trying to find you one more from a show that you might know. Oh, this restaurant, Pizza Planet, another kids movie.
Oh, that's Toy Story.
Am I making them too easy?
That one was pretty. That was a good one though.
All right. Pizza Planet. I want to go eat there. Spectre.
Spectre. Animated or live action?
Evil Organization.
Is it a super? It's a superhero show?
Wow.
Right? No.
No, it's not a superhero show. Spy. Spectre.
Oh.
All right. You're losing all your points quickly.
I am. What is it? I give up.
Spectre was 007.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
All right. What movie had and television shows had Star Labs?
Star Labs.
Movies, television shows, they always talk about Star Labs.
What? Movies and television shows of the same thing?
Yeah, all from the same company.
And is it a long running TV show?
They have several TV shows all under this company and several movies, lots of movies.
It's not Star Trek, is it?
No,
I
look
didn't
for
think so.
DC Justice League. Star Labs shows up in all their shows.
Yeah, I don't watch DC stuff or
All right.
I just don't.
Last one, super easy. We'll let you go as a winner. The Umbrella Corporation.
The Umbrella Corporation. Oh goodness, I know this one too, but I can't think of what it is.
These are kind of a little tough. Resident Evil. There you go.
Resident Evil. Yeah.
All right. Let's do something you do know a lot about, Chuck, and that's
really
the
bad on
best
those.
named portable toilet companies.
Yeah. And okay, so these are the best named portable toilet companies.
Okay.
With funny names, there is Happy Can Portable Toilets from Atlanta, Georgia.
I don't think so.
Yeah, everybody tries to. Maybe they're all at festivals and stuff. Everybody's happy and happily tapping on the door. Hey, get out of there! Need to use the bathroom. Drop Zone portable toilets from Atlanta, Georgia. I love this one. Royal Throne from Allentown, Pennsylvania. That one's great.
Their porta potties are gold.
Yeah, they are.
They could be.
Tanks a lot. That's from Tomball, Texas. I love it.
That's a good one.
Roseville, Michigan has a company called TP, spelled P-E-E.
Okay.
I love that. This one actually comes from Anacortes, Washington, our very own state. The Wizards of Ooze.
That's disgusting.
Ooze. You gotta go potties from Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. That's a good one. And the last one here from New Orleans, Duty Calls. Spelled D-O-O-D-I-E. Duty Calls.
All right. And I came up with a couple good names, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So these ones were, Scott told me these this morning. That's right. I remember now, Scott. One's called Stink Bucket. That's just straight up wrong, Scott. And the last one here, don't go in their toilets. Do not go in there.
Maybe it should be named You Must Really Have to Go.
Right. I know I've talked before. I've been in porta potties in the most extreme weather conditions. I've been -40 in outside of Fairbanks, Alaska. and I've been in one at about 120 degrees.
Wow.
And I can tell you from experience, the cold one is much better than the warm one because the plastic gets really soft.
We had an odd news story a few weeks ago, and I don't know if it was one of the shows me and you did or me and Val, and it was a criminal. I don't know if he snatched something like a purse, and he was running away from people that were chasing him, and he ran into a porta potty, so they tipped it over door first so he couldn't get out and called the cops.
Oh, no. I mean, yeah,
Yay.
that's effective.
All right.
Couldn't imagine.
All right. Here's another list. It's what the weirdest thing that people's partners do that they've just decided to accept. So these are some weird things that people's partners do. My husband occasionally talks in his sleep and will also laugh like a little girl in his sleep. It cracks me up. It creeps me out at the same time.
That's one that could be adorable, though. It wouldn't be that bad.
You definitely want to video him.
Right.
My wife is a neat freak. She always cleans up after herself and is putting things away. However, I notice that when she runs out of toilet paper, she will just take a new roll and stand it on top of the empty tube instead of replacing it. I asked her why she does that, and she said, it's the one thing I allow myself to be lazy about.
Aw.
Huh. Okay.
Aw. That's cute.
Another one says he cannot be barefoot. He will only do that when we're intimate or he's taking a shower or a bath. Huh.
I don't like being barefoot.
Really?
I don't. We have hardwood floors, and they
Cold.
and lots of dogs, and they get gritty and dirty, and I don't like the way it feels on my feet.
All right.
That's why I wear my slippers.
The next one, she mostly closes doors, but only mostly. Not fully ajar, not fully closed. I've never seen this wonderful woman completely close a door in over 13 years. Well, I hate the little clicky sound it makes.
I hope that doesn't hold true for the refrigerator door.
I've been having like a dry eye problem. I wonder if I do this at night because it's only in the morning when I wake up. She sleeps with her eyes open occasionally and will also sometimes laugh like someone just told her the greatest joke she was ever told while sleeping. I accept my little demon. Another one, anything that could go on, anything that could go or fit on top of anything else is called a hat. There are no lids, there are no covers, there's no toppers or caps. It's all hats. We have a top load freezer. She wouldn't say close the lid, she'd say put the freezer hat back on. Bottle caps? Nope, bottle hats. Does the pot of boiling water have a lid? Nope, it's got a hat too.
That one's cute. I like that one.
It is cute. And here's one, the last one. He does sock shoe like a psycho.
Wow. Knowing me, if I did it that way, I'd forget what I was doing in the middle of it and walk around with one sock and one shoe on. Yeah.
All right.
I can't imagine the stuff
I
my
don't
wife
know
has to put up with.
I don't know exactly when tax day is. Do you? Is it Monday the 15th?
No. No,
it
it's
is not.
No,
Is it
it's not.
Tuesday the 17th?
It is Tuesday the 17th. Do you want me to tell you some more stuff about taxes, Scott?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Tell me about taxes. I need to be prepared for this because I haven't done them yet.
Right. So this year, this year 2018. Why does it say that?
It's an old story. I just wanted the details.
Oh,
so.
okay. So the Tax Freedom Day will come April 19th. Basically, all the income you earn before April 19th will end up going to the government in the form of taxes. Oh, okay. So after April 18th is when you actually start making money.
Yeah.
Wow. So last year's Tax Day Freedom, this would have been 2017, I guess. Tax Freedom Day was April 22nd.
All right. Sorry, I should have deleted that for you.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
No, that I'd never heard that concept before. So that's almost, so we're not even there yet. So
No.
far, every penny you've made up to this point in the year is all part of your taxes.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't
know. It sounds weird, huh?
That sounds like a lot of money to pay. I mean, I think that's more than most people paying taxes. Americans pay over $30,000 in federal, state, and local taxes every second.
Ooh.
Wow. During the time of Peter the Great, any Russian man who wore a beard was required to pay a special tax. A beard tax. Maybe we could do that on like a mullet or something.
Mullet tax? If you're going to wear that, you got to pay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And not the kind of mullets that you throw. Yeah, not the fish. Not the fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you listened to yesterday, you'd get that one. Missouri
Yeah.
levied a tax. Missouri levied a tax on bachelors in December 20th of 1820. Oh,
It's horrible.
It's already expensive to be single tax-wise. That's ridiculous. Income tax was first imposed during the Civil War as a temporary revenue-raising measure. Temporary. That temporary lasted, didn't it? Let's see. All the taxes you pay over a lifetime are spent by the government in less than a second. So all of the money you pay in your entire lifetime, the government spends in less than 1 second.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. The amount of paperwork generated by the IRS this year, put end to end, would stretch around the earth 28 times.
Such a waste.
IRS, if you're listening, Google Drive. Use it.
Yeah.
Use it.
You would think they'd come up with some new technology, but as we know about our government, they like to stay in the dark ages as long as they can.
They're slow to change. Do you ever have to get something to a government agency and they say, we need you to fax that to us?
Yeah.
And try to find somewhere to send a fax.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. And there's services you can use. But, you have to pay for them. I don't know. The first federal income tax law was signed by Abraham Lincoln. The tax was 3% on incomes over $600. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Abe.
Yeah. Not so honest, are you? Richard Nixon began the custom of releasing tax returns. Every president since Carter has done it, except guess who?
Donald
Trump. Well, that's not too bad. Everyone since Carter. I mean, that's been in my lifetime.
Yeah.
So, upon filing a tax return, the statute of limitations for the IRS to assess additional taxes is 3 years.
Ooh, good. It's not like
3
7
years.
or 20 or 80 or anything that they come back after.
You know what gets me is the statute of limitations, if they owe you money, is much shorter than if you owe them money. So if they determine that you owe them money, they can come after you years later, and you can't file your own taxes to say, no, I only owe you this much. That you have to give them, I believe, unless I'm wrong.
No, it says that they have 3 years to assess additional taxes against you.
Those are taxes that you filed that they can go back and say, no, you owe us more money. If you didn't file, so if you don't file, you can go back a certain number of years and file those back taxes. If you don't file, they can go back further than you can to say, hey, you owe us taxes from 10 years. I think it's 10 years. Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Right. I've got a tax quiz for you, Chuck. Okay. Let's see how you're doing. Okay. All right. First one. Taxes are a necessary part of a nation's life. The taxes you pay for go to your first choice: A, important investments in our nation's infrastructure; B, necessary defense and social benefits programs; or C, trying to cover Trump's tab at KFC from 2016.
That would be C. C.
Scott. All right. To properly fill out your tax forms, you'll need a calculator, a good how-to course on taxes, or that new gallon jug size of Pepto-Bismol.
I got mine from the Dollar General last night.
Okay. There is hope. You can always use the services of a professional tax preparer. Before you select someone for the job, though, you should investigate A, his credentials, education, experience; B, other clients to see if they were satisfied; or C, the terms of his probation and if he's up for any parole violations.
I think they're confusing taxes with the election.
Election. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you get that booklet with your election information, I believe they have past prison records in there, or a link to it. Yeah.
A link to it. Excuse me. Finally, with only days to go before they're due, a person who hasn't started his taxes should forget about seeking professional tax help, as they're all swamped. Drop all plans to do anything else until the job is done, or book a quick flight to a country without extradition.
Yep. I'll be right back, Scott.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Okay. We should end the show now then, so Chuck can get out of town.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Here's a taxing contest for you, Chuck.
Okay.
Answer. Here's your clue. Answer will include the phrase tax.
Okay.
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 This guy makes expensive but real stuffed animals.
Taxidermist.
Another name for a cab.
Taxi.
Finish this historical phrase. No blank without representation.
Taxation.
When your enemy comes at you with a knife, he what?
Attacks you. Kind of like the government. They attacks you.
It's where Dallas and Houston are located.
We're
Welcome
Texas.
to Texas.
Taxes.
All right. There you go. You passed with flying colors.
Did I, though? Did I really?
No.
No, I did. Well, that one I did. I did okay on that one.
All right. Let's wrap it up with what I thought about in the shower this morning.
Yeah, I'm always interested.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Yeah.
All right. First thing I thought in the shower, when your mobile phone keeps you connected with those far away from you. So your mobile phone keeps you connected with your family and your friends and all that stuff, but it keeps you disconnected from the people closest to you.
Aw. You know, a lot of people like to make fun about people like sitting in the same room with each other, sending each other messages on the phone. But, you know, when there's also kids in the room, they can't hear what you're saying about them.
Oh.
So, you know.
You and Mom are texting. Are you talking about us?
Yes. Yes, kids, we are. And you don't want to read it.
The other thing I notice is we can feel every surface on our body simultaneously, but don't even notice it.
Wow.
It's true.
That's true, Scott.
If enough people move to the middle of nowhere, it turns into somewhere.
Talking to you, Vegas.
The wheel is great, but the guy who invented the axle doesn't get any credit.
What do you think his name was, Scott?
Axel.
I think it was Axel. Yeah.
Axel. Rose. I feel sorry for kids in school because history classes are just going to keep getting longer and longer and longer.
Or did we just not cover the stuff that happened in the beginning?
Oh, yeah. Skip ahead. Fun-sized chocolates are not fun.
Oh,
right.
They have better ratios of chocolate covering to filling, though.
Okay. Okay. People like Chuck always think their dogs are brilliant or dumb. Nobody ever says my dog is completely average. It's true.
That is true. That is true. I don't know. We have one. He's just a dog, and it's kind of refreshing because we usually have one or the other, and usually the smart ones cause trouble, and the dumb ones cause trouble. But the dogs, they're just good to have around.
Huh.
They're kind of like cute furniture.
All right. If you have poor hygiene, you actually have what I like to call low gene. So if you're walking away from me and I go, hey, low gene, you know what I mean.
Or a low gene's the cousins in Tennessee that marry and have children.
Oh.
They have low genes.
Oh, no. Low genes are those kids that wear their pants down.
Pull your pants up, kids. Yep.
All right. I'm going to go adjust my low jeans. And when we come back, local birthdays all the way through the weekend. We'll take a look at movies, goofy holidays, and we'll wrap it all up at Odd News. But you got to stay right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7.
But you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
Don't call me stupid. I'm sensitive.
Where's the cartoons?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
But you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Put that cookie down now.
It's 8:18.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, April the 12th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. A close look at the history of meth use in Missouri and across the country reveals the surprising truth. It is not just a rural, small-town issue in the U.S. Details now in this Daily Yonder Missouri News Service collaboration.
Home Cooked, a 50-year history of meth in America, delves into the relationship of methamphetamine use with broader drug policies and social and cultural ramifications. Reporter Olivia Weeks with the Daily Yonder produced and hosts the podcast. She says meth use was once associated with rural areas, but that assumption is inaccurate. Weeks says Missouri fought back against its meth lab reputation.
They policed their meth lab problem really strongly and had really high lab bus numbers, and then those have basically disappeared. But now the rest of the country is dealing with this problem that was associated with Missouri.
In the podcast, she explains most of the methamphetamine entering the U.S. comes through commercial points of entry, hidden in legal shipping containers rather than being smuggled across the border by individuals. Farah Siddiqui reporting.
Next to the U.S. Senate, where leaders introduced legislation to end judge shopping. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer introduced the End Judge Shopping Act on Wednesday, which would require judges to be randomly assigned, that from the Texas Tribune. And a new study highlights the importance of Pennsylvania's early intervention program and its services for infants and toddlers at risk of developmental delays.
Carrie King, who heads Pennsylvania Partnerships for Children, explains there are 2 early intervention programs, Part B for preschoolers aged 3 to 5, and her group advocates for Part C, which supports infants and toddlers and is administered through the Department of Human Services. King says only 46,000 children are served by Part C.
The way services are delivered is usually in a home setting. So you'll have a trained professional come into the home to meet with whether it's mom or dad or another caregiver to address whatever concerns might be present with that child.
As the state budget for the next fiscal year approaches its June 30th deadline, King adds the Thriving PA campaign supports Governor Josh Shapiro's proposal to increase funding for Part C early intervention services. A $16.6 million boost in the governor's budget would allow an additional 3,000 children to receive support. King adds addressing a child's developmental delays as soon as possible helps put them on the route to success in the communications and adaptive skills. For Public News Service, I'm Danielle Smith.
This is Public News Service. And the death of O.J. Simpson has the nation looking back on his infamous murder trial that resulted in his acquittal.
The lengthy trial proceedings from the mid-1990s were televised, setting a pathway for cameras in the courtroom. University of Minnesota media professor Jane Kirtley says it also ushered in a cottage industry of pundits brought in to analyze the events of each day. That made it easier for people to get a recap during a 24-hour news cycle, but she adds there was a drawback to getting so much information centered around analysis.
It also meant that people could suspend their critical thinking to a certain extent, and I believe we're still seeing that today.
Kirtley says given how the accessibility of information has exploded since the trial, News consumers can't lose sight of the need to examine where they're getting it from and if the details are being vetted. I'm Mike Mullen reporting.
Meantime, New York restaurant workers need to know their rights to better navigate their workplaces.
A new report finds high rates of what it calls occupational segregation in the restaurant industry, which can relegate some people to lower-paying jobs. Workers' rights organizations are counteracting this with training programs. Alima Iskakova is a server for Exquisite Staffing, a catering company. She says the child training from Restaurant Opportunity Centers United is helping her.
Since I completed this training course, I am more confident when it comes even to job interview. I am more confident when it comes to this type of interviews. Plus, with all my experience and the knowledge that I got from RAC United, I have a higher income.
She was also trained in safe food handling, OSHA certification, and other need-to-know information about the restaurant industry. These courses are available in several cities beyond New York. The report also notes, unlike training offered by organizations like the National Restaurant Association, these courses prioritize developing restaurant workers' power to support individual career development. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
Finally, from our Mark Richardson, Native American leaders from across the Midwest will go before a UN panel with their concerns over a controversial pipeline they say is trespassing on tribal land.
Enbridge's Line 5 operation in the Great Lakes region is expected to be a topic when the Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues convenes Monday in New York. In the Midwest, the law firm Earth Justice represents some tribes contesting the rerouting of Line 5 in Wisconsin. Attorney Debbie Chitzwer says climate change is affecting the region and tribal nations' ability to exercise their treaty rights.
The perpetuation of this fossil fuel infrastructure will only worsen that and will affect their special tribal resources like sugar maple and loons and whitefish and other species that are integral part of bay mills and other tribal nations.
This is Mike Clifford, and thank you for ending your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's on great radio stations, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Northern Lights Public Radio is 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Deer Park, Colville.
And welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. This is the second half of our show. We're back with myself, Chuck Ritchie, and Scott Allen. How you doing?
Good. Thank you very much,
break?
Chuck, and thank you for the needed break.
You're welcome. Did you need that? I think I got rid of that pepper from my throat during the break.
All right. Were you gargling with what I suggested?
No. I gargled with coffee and had a little bit of water. I reheated my coffee. I think that was the key.
Good
old microwave coffee.
All right. I'm not going to repeat that. You had to be listening to part 1 today.
Yeah, let's not repeat that. And if
you got that community calendar in your hot little hand, courtesy of the Lions Club that has all the birthdays in it.
This one right here? Yes,
Yes,
Yes, I have it. Oh, for those of you that can't see it on video, this one right here?
Yeah,
that one. Okay, there we go. Okay, so today we have Caitlin McCanna and Jessica Setti with a birthday today. Sorry, I got excited about that. Everyone knows Jessica loves her. Joey Culverwell and Kayla Howder all have birthdays today. Happy birthday, everybody. And then tomorrow we have Tanika Smith and Michaela Thomason, sorry. We have then Sunday, we don't have any birthdays, but we have Bob and Kathy Wellman with an anniversary.
All right.
And then we'll go ahead and do Monday. We have Cannon Shepard with a birthday. There we go.
All right.
Happy
Applause all
birthday
the way
anniversary.
around. You know we love them. You see them around town, point and laugh, and tell them Chuck and Scott talked about you on the radio.
Yes.
Freak them out.
Yes. I know, right? No, that's
celebrity birthday?
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say something and it's gone, Scott. It's just completely gone.
You go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you hang up first.
But you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
Stupid, I'm sensitive.
Where's the car keys?
I'm not stupid, you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
But you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
That's what me and Chuck do.
Happens to me 10 times a day. Words start coming out of my mouth and then mid-sentence they're just gone. Boop.
Forget it.
They're just gone.
All right, celebrity birthdays for today. Ed O'Neill from Married with Children, 78. Dan Laurie from The Wonder Years, 77. Feeling old. David Letterman, 77. Andy Garcia, 68. Shannon Doherty is 53. Claire, and she's been fighting cancer and talking about it a lot online. Claire Danes is super hot in 45. I'm just saying that, okay? Just in case she's listening. Jennifer Morrison from Once Upon a Time in House, 45. Brooklyn Decker from Grace and Frankie and Battleship, 37. And I can't say Saoirse Ronan from Lady Bird and Little Women is 30. I think I got that.
I believe it's Saoirse.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's how you pronounce that, yeah.
All right. Ron Perlman has played every monster possible, plus TV shows like Sons of Anarchy and, of course, the Hellboy films. He's 74 today.
Love Ron
I'd like
Perlman.
to see a list of every movie that guy has been in. When he passes, it's going to be a huge library of films that he has done. Absolutely amazing movie.
You know, my first introduction to him, gosh, I wish I could remember the name of the movie. It was a French film. And he's not French, but he starred in a French film. It was this bizarre, I think, Children of Men or something like that. This really bizarre, he was a circus strongman who's helping these children like fight off this evil brain that's kidnapping children and enslaving them. And it's just the craziest, most bizarre, fun movie. And it was I watched it as a kid, and it was the very first foreign film with subtitles that I ever actually enjoyed. And since then, I've been able to enjoy movies with subtitles because of Ron Perlman. Thank you, Ron Perlman.
Wow.
And your service to the country and the world. Yeah.
Comedian Carolyn Rhea is 60. I'm going to say this because it makes him fighting mad. Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons and NYPD Blue is
Ricky.
54. He hates to be called Ricky. He'll punch you in the face. Ricky.
Shut up, Ricky.
Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, 48. Kelly Giddish from Law and Order, 44. Allison Williams from Get Out, 36. And skipping ahead to Sunday, if I can. I missed it. I went too far. Skipping ahead to Sunday, we have Julie Christie is 84. Former baseball player Pete Rose, 83.
Wow.
Bobby, makeup artist and entrepreneur Bobby Brown, 55. Peter Capaldi, Doctor Who, 66.
One of my favorites.
Right. Anthony Michael Hall from Breakfast Club and, of course, Murder in the First, his new one, 56. Adrian Brody, 51. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who's best known for playing Buffy the Vampire Slayer, is 47. Rob McKinney from Mythic Quest, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia again, 47. Chris Wood from Supergirl and Vampire Diaries, 36. And Abigail Breslin is 28. There you go.
There you go. I thought she was older than that. Seems like she's been around a while now, but I guess It's Always Sunny. That was in the 2000s. Yeah.
You want to run us through today's and through the weekend for special events and sometimes even some goofy holidays thrown in there too.
Yeah. So today is Drop Everything and Read Day. So I'll be right back. International Day for Street Children. International Day of Human Space Flight. Hopefully you're inside of a vessel.
Yes.
Bookmobile Day. Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day. Licorice Day. Only Child Day. Day of Silence. Dive Bar Day. Wear a Star Day. And Walk on Your Wild Side Day. I'm going to run through these really quick. Oh, there's not very many for tomorrow. So tomorrow's Make Lunch Count Day, Baby Massage Day. Peach, is that give a baby a massage or get a massage from a baby? Because I don't think they'd be very effective.
That's kind of creepy, Chuck.
Yeah, I don't mean it like that. Oh, Scott.
Those little tiny hands.
Right?
Yuck.
Right? I was thinking, like a dad, you put the baby on your back and let the baby crawl around on your back like a massage.
I wonder if my parents did that and that spurred my love of massages.
Maybe.
I don't care who it is. If you put a hand on my shoulder, I'm like, hey, come on. Yeah.
I know.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
I remember. It is.
There's very few men I'll let rub my back, Chuck, but you are one of them.
Aw. It is Peach Cobbler Day. It's Scrabble Day and Thomas Jefferson Day. The old Scrabble, not the new Scrabble. Thank you very much. Okay. And then Sunday, Children with Alopecia Day, Ex-Spouse Day. Hey, Scott, there you go.
I'm be on the phone all day.
And connected to that International Moment of Laughter Day, look up at the sky day. It's a good thing that wasn't Tuesday, or wasn't that? It's a good thing that wasn't Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Good Deeds Day, Dolphin Day, Pecan Day, and Reach as High as You Can Day. There you go.
You know, I always make fun of myself for having too many ex-spouses and stuff like that. But, you know, and I bag on myself. But I must not be that bad because 2 of them have tried to get back together with me.
Aw.
Yeah.
When
That's when I say, nope.
Are you still friends with any of them?
Yes. Yes.
See, that's important.
Yeah.
That says something.
Yeah,
right
it
there.
is important.
Yeah,
it is.
Especially if you have kids with them.
Yes,
Yeah.
very important.
Yep.
Very important. I actually, and that's where my oldest daughter is from my second wife. And we actually, after the divorce, we all lived very close together for a while because she had a new husband and I had a new wife. And we spent all holiday, we all became such good friends. And it was kind of weird for my daughter, but we spent all holidays together. Christmas, Thanksgiving, because we were both in the Midwest. We all became really good friends. And one family or the other would spend the holiday at the other family. And both families had mixed kids from the combined relationships. It was a beautiful thing.
Oh, I once knew a family. It was a friend of my stepkids' families. And the couple had gotten a divorce, but they liked their house they were in, and they still got along pretty well. So they stayed living together. You know, they stayed in separate bedrooms, started dating other people. Both of them got in relationships. Both of them got married, remarried to other people, stayed in the house. Their new spouses moved into the house. So it was 2 married couples sharing a home that used to have ex-spouses. And they even ran a business together, and all 4 of them, and they were all really close friends, and they had a great relationship, and they were happy with it.
That's very positive. Very positive.
But it was also a really, really nice house, so I can't say I blame them.
Yeah, I'll live. I don't care who's in it.
They wouldn't have been able to afford it on their own.
Okay. All right. What's the next one?
All right. So where are we headed here, Scott?
You ended on ex-spouse day, didn't you?
Oh no, that was it. The last one was Reach as High as You Can Day.
I thought you were going to make fun of me for that.
Oh no, your brain just stopped at ex-spouse day. No, okay. You know what? I did some yesterday, and I'll I'm not going to stoop that low, Scott.
Okay. Oh,
you're mocking me, aren't you?
Reach as high as I can day. I never celebrate that. Just embarrassing.
Oh, excuse me.
Right.
Excuse me. Can you reach that thing for me on the top shelf?
So I'll embarrass myself right now. I had a stackable washer and dryer, and the washer quit. And I can't afford a new 12. It was like $700 to fix the washer, and I can't afford a brand new one for $1,200.
Right.
So I just bought a $100 washer and put it in front of the stackable. Problem is, I'm not tall enough and I don't have long enough arms to reach the dryer. So when I wanted to, I can toss my clothes in it, but when I want to get my clothes out of the dryer, I literally have to get out a ladder.
Well, you know what they say, Scott, the best things come in small packages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a stackable washer and dryer, that's for sure.
Maybe you need one of those apartment size ones.
Yeah.
Or the Barbie Dream House stackable washer and dryer.
Really tiny. It does one sock at a time.
You know, when we were traveling full time, we had this great little tiny set. It was a dryer that mounted on the wall and an actual proper fully functioning washing machine. It did about a quarter of a normal load, maybe, but man, it was really, really nice. I'm just saying.
And when I became single the last time, I got an apartment-sized dryer that was 110, would set on top of a dresser. And and being a single guy, you're not going to, the only problem is if you have a blanket. But then I have the apartment-sized washer, which is maybe 2/3 the size of a dishwasher, maybe a little less. I bought them both when I became single the last time. I used them for 12 years. That's the best purchase for the time and money. 12 years I got out of those, and I used them every couple of days because they were small. So I was totally impressed with that.
Nice. Nice.
All right, let's see. Movies for the weekend. Let's take a look at entertainment. We talked about it earlier. Civil War action film starring Kirsten Dunst and Nick Offerman set in a dystopian future where journalists fight for survival against a civil warring America. I think that's a bad idea to do a movie like that right now.
I got to say, Nick Offerman, though, man, he does some good stuff. I mean, he's come a long way from, he was in the show about... I don't remember the name of the show. I never actually watched it, but
okay. But you like him.
Parks and
That's
Rec.
important.
Parks and Rec. Okay. Yes. I do really like him. Do you want me to do the next one here?
Sure.
So this one, are they making a remake? I never even heard about this.
It's got to be a remake.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Tanya finds her summer plans canceled when her mom jets off for a last-minute retreat, and the elderly babysitter who arrives at her door unexpectedly passes away. Of course, we all know that story. I didn't know they were making a new one.
The Long Game, a historical drama based on a true story, follows a group of Mexican-American youths who overcome prejudice to become golfing champions.
And this next one here, The Greatest Hits. This is on Hulu. This movie follows Harriet, played by Lucy Boynton. She discovers certain songs can transport her back in time. Literally. So while she relives the past romantic memories of her former boyfriend, played by David Cornsweet. Sorry, Mr. Cornsweet. Time traveling collides with a new love interest in the present, played by Justin H. Min. There's some truth to that. I actually like that concept because songs really can take you back in time.
The problem with this movie, though, I saw a preview of it. That song is the Hokey Pokey. Wouldn't that be horrible? All right, we can time travel, but we have to. The only way we can do it is by listening to the Hokey Pokey.
I don't know. Sometimes they make you cringe. I was listening to the station yesterday, and "Kissed by a Rose," a Seal song, came on, and that was my very first over-the-top cheesy public makeout in a dance at school. Was to that song, and it made me cringe a little bit, Scott.
The memory of you kissing, or
just
the song
whole
itself?
situation.
Okay.
It was
Sorry.
not a pleasant. It didn't end well.
On Netflix this weekend, a new short film, Strange Way of Life. The short film stars Pedro Pascal and Ethan Hawke. I love those guys. And in the show, they're both Old West gunslingers who finally reunite after 25 years apart. Film explores their complex relationship as, okay.
Yeah. That's, all films now star Pedro Pascal. I don't know if you know this.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, every film.
Also, at CineCon 2024, Marvel Studios made a splash by unveiling footage from Captain America Brave New World. That'll be the fourth Captain America movie, featuring the adventures of Sam Wilson as the new Captain America. In the upcoming film, Sam, played by Anthony Mackie, is tasked by President Thunderbolt Ross, portrayed by Harrison Ford, to help rebuild the Avengers. Exclusive footage shown at CineCon showcased a full scene at the White House where President Ross acknowledges Wilson's heroics and sets the stage for a high-octane mission. A Brave New World will hit theaters next February 14th, so you got a while to wait.
And it's about time Harrison Ford became president. I'm just going to say. It's long overdue.
No more old white guys.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
Right, let's wrap up this day and get you into work and out to the weekend with our version of Odd News.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your Odd News on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Excellent. Here we go. We kick off today's Odd News with the news attack. First sentence is true. Second sentence, bad joke.
Yep. So according to a study, people who have to wear fake smiles on their faces at work have trouble stopping after work. Does that mean they have trouble stopping smiling? I would think so. The good news is, though, that on the way home, they hardly ever get into road rage incidents.
Or nobody takes them seriously because they have a grin on their face.
Either that or people get really creeped out and don't want to mess with them because they have a creepy grin on their face.
In Spain, a woman said she wrecked her car because of a spider. The woman and the spider got into a fight when she tried to change the radio station off KCHW.
Researchers found that procrastination can be genetic. Call your parents today to tell them it's their fault. Or better yet, do it tomorrow.
But your poor taste in music, you'll have to blame that on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So in Tennessee, a bill prohibiting marriage between first cousins passed the state's house. I know we talked about this earlier. So in Tennessee, family reunions just got a lot less awkward and a lot less romantic.
Horrible.
My wife's ex-husband actually met his current wife at a family reunion. I'm not gonna talk any more about that.
Guess it's time for some Tennesseans to update those dating profiles to looking for love, but not in my own gene pool.
Not anymore. Thanks, Tennessee.
Yeah. Study found that students perform better on exams if they chew gum for 5 minutes before taking the test. I've heard about this before.
Really?
Yeah. Once the test begins, the gum can then be used to plug the ears to keep distracting noises away. Bad idea? Okay, do it.
This study says that by sticking to a diet including 10 servings of fruit and vegetables, you can add as much as 4.5 years to your life. Most of that spent in the bathroom. Is it 10 servings of fruits? Is that per day?
I don't know.
I'd rather give up my 4.5 years. You'd spend 4.5 years just eating all that extra fruits and vegetables.
I'm that kind of way with water. I don't like water, and it's like I'm okay. I'll dry up.
My wife is the same way. She can't drink it.
Yeah, it's gives me, and if it's really cold, it just gives me a stomach ache. And if I drink it first thing in the morning, I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
Wow, that's interesting.
I'm very yeah. I forced myself to drink it because you have to. But
yeah.
All right, wacky but true, just like that story I just told you. These are totally true, and we add a little movie or television sound effect afterwards. First one, a bird's impression of a police siren. So accurate, it left officers in one town in England believing their cars were malfunctioning. Cops at the Bicester police station were left a little confused by the bird's two-tone impression. Posting on social media, team spokesman promised it was 100% real and not a late April Fool's joke. Let's find out.
He's a bad bird. Every day it's the same old thing. Yeah, birdie, 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 birdie.
I would like to volunteer to take this old bird out of her misery.
Whoops.
So this one sounds like a story right out of Florida, but it is not. This happens in China. A man was walking by a car and noticed a plump rooster in the passenger seat. It was a fancy show rooster worth almost $500, but the man snatched it up, took it home, and ate it.
Would you like some chicken? I've got more.
Love that guy.
Poor bird.
What if it tasted better because it was worth $500? This is some good chicken.
My show chicken.
Brazilian man shocked to hear that his phone bill was $43 million. Bank called to ask how he wanted to pay the bill, which was usually withdrawn automatically from his checking account. Man called his phone company. They quickly resent another bill to the bank. This time it was only for $31. Huh.
Wow, that's quite the discount.
Yes.
Does it come with
on your bills? Go on, pick up the phone and start dialing.
You know, I've never really liked paying bills. I don't think I'm going to do that either.
My question is, where do you get service for only $31? Yeah. Anyway, it comes with a free iPhone though. That $43 million bill.
Not Straight Talk, I can tell you that.
But not the current model, last year's model. So in a twist straight out of a mystery novel, the owner of Sis Sweets Cookies and Cafe in Kansas is urging customers to double check their sweets for an unexpected ingredient, a missing diamond from her wedding ring. The saga began when Dawn Monroe, after 36 years of wearing the ring, noticed the center diamond had vanished during a recent baking session. After noticing the rock missing, Monroe took to social media asking help from her loyal patrons in locating the precious gem valued at $4,000.
Oh, so sad.
That is kind of sad.
No luck yet.
So the diamond had to have gone down with the ship.
It was a dreadful heavy thing. I only wore it this once.
Today would be worth more than the Hope Diamond.
See the girl with the diamond ring? She knows how to twist that thing. Oh.
Please. What's up, Doc? One of my diamonds just fell in the macaroni.
Oh. The macaroni.
Here you go, ma'am. Here's your diamond back. I ate the cookie first.
I swallowed it yesterday, but I was able to retrieve it.
Oh, you might want to wash it.
Oh, he washed it. A UK veteran who operated on a dog expecting to find a tumor pulled out enough clothing to fill a laundry basket. Wow. Bailey the golden retriever had eaten 2 golf gloves, 2 rugby gloves, 1 mitten, 1 stocking, and 9 socks. Bailey's owner had taken her pet to the vet for his annual checkup and was called to say that they thought Bailey had a tumor. Later in the day, she was informed that Bailey had no tumor but had eaten 17 objects, including a towel. Bailey has made a full recovery.
Hello. Dog. Oh, it's okay, boy. No, it's not.
You know, we talked earlier, there's dumb dogs and there's smart dogs and few in between. Guess which one that one was?
That was one of the dumb dogs.
Definitely one of the dumb dogs. This next one, a home in southwest China, was hit by lightning not once, but 5 times. No one was hurt by the strikes, which occurred over 7 years, but every one of the appliances in the home had to be replaced at least one time.
Ow. What are they doing in there?
I don't know.
I think
Hey, London, you ready?
If we could somehow harness this lightning, channel it into the flux capacitor, it just might work. It says here that a bolt of lightning is going to strike the clock tower precisely 10:04 p.m. next Saturday night.
Oh!
Ironically, the owner of the home appeared in the same place after being missing for 50 years.
Yes. All right. That wraps up our show today. What's on the radio tonight, Chuck? It's classic rock night. And who's our new DJ?
This is Old Man Mark. So we have tonight. We have I scrolled too far. The best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark. He's gonna be live in the studio from 6 to 8 p.m. Then from 8 to 10 p.m. we are trapped in the psychedelic era with the Hermit, and then we're gonna stick around with him from 10 to 11.
For Days of Confusion.
I'm sorry. Yeah, for Days of Confusion. Sorry, I said that.
and that's I like the psychedelic era, but Days of Confusion goes like a step further into the psychedelic classic rock. So all the classic rock you can handle to go into the weekend, fun for your Friday night.
There you go. There you go. And don't forget, this weekend, tomorrow, we have the citywide cleanup. That's from 8 to midnight. Meet at the Napa parking lot, 8 a.m. There's going to be a free barbecue for the people helping. You can bring your stuff that you have laying around all winter that you forgot to throw away last fall. I'm not speaking from experience, Scott. I don't have any of that stuff laying around my house.
All right.
The Truly Creative District annual meeting and creative summit is from 11 to 2. And there was something else happening tomorrow. What was it, Scott? Oh, the Gold Hill Trail work party up by the golf course. There you go.
Excellent. Yeah. And then don't forget, time's running out. Stop by, sign up for Chihuahua's Got Talent. You can do it on our Facebook page or just a simple visit to kchw.org or Northern Lights Public Radio.
There you go. I just want to say really quick to that. So the original sign-up deadline was the 15th. I decided to go ahead and extend that out to the end of the week because I want to. There's been some people that haven't had a chance to get there, and we got posters out late to the schools. They are hanging up in all the schools right now.
Good deal.
So yeah. And my apologies for that. That was something that I had called and left a message and got checked off my mental to-do list. Boop.
And we'll make a request for you if you love the arts. Our link to fill out that waiver and sign up for Chihuahua's Got Talent is on our Facebook page, and we would love that if you would share it because it is available for people throughout Stevens County to enter into the competition. So
yeah, there you go. And we do have some really great things people signed up though to doing some pretty fun stuff. So
cool.
It's exciting.
All right. More details to come. Other than that, we want you to have a great weekend and keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7. Thank you, Chuck. Have a great weekend.
You too, everybody. Have a great one. It's going to be gorgeous out there. Get out there, enjoy it. Get out, help clean up the city.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
concludes the broadcast from World Control.